Bryce, I want to start with this, man. Out of high school, you got compared to Josh Allen. Is that a better comp, or is Batman more so a comp for you from a one Biff Poggi? Who would you compare yourself to between those two?
Um, I mean, Batman is that was the first time I ever heard somebody compare me to Batman. So it's like it's a win-win, honestly. So I'll take that.
I mean, Batman probably be the way that I would lean if anyone ever compared me to Bruce Wayne. But I mean, a lot of people are talking about you on the field and obviously your story getting to Michigan, all those things. Like I think people forget, like you're still a college student, you're still a
Yeah.
freshman. What's been the biggest adjustment for you when it comes to college life? So off the field, what's been the biggest adjustment?
Honestly, the biggest adjustment for me outside of college and school, University of Michigan being the best program in some of college history, honestly, and just having that as like a backup plan if there was one for me, just to lean on to after football, of course. So
So, Bryce, for me, like caffeine got me through college. I know Celsius is making this interview possible. Are you like a 9 a.m. Celsius guy? Is Celsius on the bedside table? We crack one open before we get to it. Like, when does the Celsius window for Bryce Underwood?
we have to go with the before Bryce gets ready to take the field, so we can
Really?
go with that,
Okay.
of course.
Like a little sip? Are we going full
We can't
shotgun
go the full
Celsius to the dome?
thing.
How does that work?
We can't go the full thing because who knows? I might just like I don't know what'll happen if I drink a full thing of Celsius. So
That's very fair. A lot of adrenaline, I have to imagine,
of
before we take the
course,
field.
of
But I got to ask
course.
this too because I think there's a lot of different takes out there as to like how big you actually are now on your college roster.
Mhm,
Like your roster says 6'4", 228. You look bigger than that to
mhm.
me. Can we get an official measurement on Bryce Underwood, the quarterback for
I
Michigan,
just
now
weighed
officially on this show?
I just weighed out of practice at 227, so probably
Okay.
like 230, 231, 229, somewhere around those areas. So
Okay. Good to hear. Okay, we'll have that. We'll have the written in ink now then on our side. But man, how's it been adjusting to college football? Has it been harder or easier than you expected?
it's been fun. Way that's the biggest comparison,
Hmm.
honestly. Having way more fun than I expected to have, honestly. Watching college football as a kid, it was just like, who knows how difficult this possibly can be when I get this much older. Just excited to be able to go in and go out every single week and showcase my talents and everything I worked for. So
You mentioned fun. Are we throwing down the backflip anytime soon? Because I know that was something you threw down at the 7-on-7s in high school. Is that going to make an appearance here at some point? Maybe this
So,
weekend in Lincoln. I
Coach
don't know.
Moore, the first day I got here, Coach Moore straight said no backflips. I have no time for you getting hurt. I'm like, okay, that's unfortunate. So who knows if it might come or not? It still might be a possibility because sometimes he give me a pass here or there, so it might.
Yeah, no backflip policy is not something I don't think a lot of coaches across college football have to worry about, but something you have
Yeah.
to worry about at Michigan. It's a champagne problem. You spoke to getting to Michigan early and all the work you put in before. Obviously, you got announced the starter pretty close to that first game. Was there ever a moment though for you, whether it was during spring ball or fall camp, where you're like, "Hey, I know it's not official yet, but I feel like I got this." Was there a moment like that for you?
Honestly, we have a great quarterback room, so it was us pushing each other every single day. So I feel like the competitiveness of this bringing it out of each other was just honestly amazing. So it was really exciting between the whole room to be announced as the starting quarterback. But um, to answer your question, no, not really. It was just a blessing when it happened. So
Man, what's Biff Poggi like? He seems awesome. Like on this side of things, just
yeah.
hearing him in an interview, what's he like in the building, and what's it been like these past 2 weeks going into this week against Nebraska?
He's a great guy, of course. He loves us as like we was his own kids, of course. So I really appreciate him stepping up, taking the role for the moment, and keeping the same leadership as all of each coach on our staff. So
Do you feel like there's any change for you leadership wise, being the guy going into a week like this, where I know there is a change at the head coaching spot for y'all these upcoming, this upcoming week and the last week? Any change on your plate when it comes to leadership there?
Honestly, just being who I am. When we are the best us and the most connected team in the country, I feel it's a lot that can't be in front of us, honestly.
Hmm.
So
What's the mindset going into this game? Because I think everyone talks about the environment in Lincoln and the sellout streak, and
mhm.
obviously Nebraska's playing well right now. What's the mindset for yourself going into a game like this?
um, just do what I do every single day. Going into the game, be the best me in practice. Leading our team, keeping our energy up during practice. That's our main goals. Being the most connected team, being a team. Individual stats really isn't the main thing or thought process going into games. It's about being the most connected team, bringing each other together, and being the best as we could possibly be. So,
Bryce, you spoke to energy right there. One thing that brings energy, a little
he
trash
sells
talk.
it.
All right. Now, I've
Well,
heard
so
some other
serious.
people mention that maybe, just maybe, I dished out a little bit during practice on the field. Who are you talking the most trash to during practice on the defense for Michigan?
Trey Williams.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know. He's the closest.
He's the closest.
He's right in the middle. I see a big number zero, and why not? And then it goes to Jay Sean. Um,
Okay,
yeah,
so you're going after the big boys up front, man.
of
What's
course.
what,
Yeah.
what are we saying to them? Are we making jokes about them not being able to touch you back there, or what's the go-to trash talk between those two guys?
Nah, I never make a joke about my linebackers or D linemen not being able to touch me because I feel like that's unfair. Because they like it's you're not allowed to hit quarterbacks in practice, so it's like it's pretty unfair for me to talk trash. And if they had the opportunity to, um, yeah. So just just having fun, motivating them to honestly be better every single play. Pushing my own linemen to be the best they could possibly be as well. So I feel like overall everything is just beneficial for the team.
Yeah, I was speaking to them just like physically being able to catch you. But yeah, the non-contact jersey, that would be a tough look if you're going to go ahead and
Yeah,
go the "you can't touch me" route
of course.
on the trash talk side. But speaking of trash talk, man, there is a clip of you speaking to Rich Eisen, essentially telling LeBron like, "Hey, man, it's up for Ohio State here." Has there been any follow up between you and a one LeBron James since that moment?
Honestly, I came across LeBron James at their game. I forgot who they were playing. It was after the game or whatever. So it was an in-person interaction. So yeah,
But no follow up since then.
no
No
follow-ups,
second
honestly.
instance.
So
Okay, I just got to make sure. Just got to make sure. Good to know. Good to know. But the Ohio State rivalry, obviously massive for y'all. I'm sure it's something that gets talked about all year long for both sides of that thing. But you being a kid from Michigan, what
mhm.
did that rivalry mean for you? Even before getting to Michigan, like as a kid, are we watching the game on Saturday mornings and things of that nature? What was that like for you growing up, being around that rivalry?
um, I just knew it was the biggest rivalry in sports history. And it still is to this day, of course. So just knowing my home state is willing to fight and defend and do anything that's possible to not only beat Ohio State but be the best us we could possibly be is just you know life changing for me honestly to see growing up because I played for a little league football team that was the Motor City Wolverines, so it showed like that's how you do it, I guess. So
Well, I mean, it's got to be a cool feeling to be able to look back at those pictures of you in the winged helmet and now playing
yeah,
for the winged helmet against that team. I know
yeah.
that's got to be exciting for you, man. When you speak to just the progress you've made to this point, being a starting quarterback in college football, going into start number 4, from start number 1 to this upcoming game, what's the progress point for you where you're like, hey, I think I've gotten a lot better at X, Y, and Z thing?
I would say being a better leader vocally, because I feel like coming in, of course, who wants to listen to a freshman? Of course, until I realized the quarterback is the leader of the team. He is the captain of the team, even without the C on his chest. So, just that being my main thing now, going into every single snap, every single play, every single second of the game is the biggest shift and biggest mindset change for me.
When was that shift for you? Was it sometime during fall camp, or was it a point during the first couple games of the season? When did that shift happen, and did somebody help you in that process in doing that?
I would say the first day of fall camp, honestly, and Max Bredesen really was my biggest shift factor. It's been around people. I don't know how it got out. He was my roommate for fall camp, so Yeah. So just having and keeping a bond with Max throughout the entire time was
Does he
an
snore?
insane blessing.
Good roommate, Max Bredesen, or what are we working
Of
with there?
course,
Like
yeah,
long time in the
great
shower, Max
roommate.
Bredesen, take up all the hot water. What are we working with there?
No, not really. Actually, we was actually pretty smooth. He's a great person. Like he's a overall leader. He taught me a lot of things about leadership going into, of course, fall camp. First day of fall camp. This is your first day. Just be you. Play football. Have fun. Whenever you see Max Bredesen, somebody, you see him smile a little bit, and then of course I'll bring smiles to the table whenever I make a play or a team makes a great play. Just excitement and everything around. So
Love it, man. Well, we appreciate all your time. Last question here. You're going to take the field against Nebraska. Atmosphere will be electric. You seem to feed off of that. What's going to be going through your mind? What's going to be the emotions before you kick off against Nebraska?
just remember that I'm blessed and honestly, like just thanking God for being in the position I am, because no matter what, we wouldn't be in this position without God for me, honestly. I pray for moments like this, pray for the strength and the mental strength and the physical strength to be the best and perform the best I possibly can. So
There it is. Bryce Underwood, quarterback from Michigan Wolverines, doubling now as the defender of Gotham City and Batman. Bryce, appreciate your time, man. Best of luck this Saturday.
of course, no problem. Thank you so much.